Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Boku no Hero Academia Chapter 223. I'm really excited because I'm really liking this My Villain Academia storyline. I think it's probably going to be ending though. We kind of got that flashback-ish sort of thing where we saw what went on with the doctor and all of that. And it led us into what was about to happen with... we got some hints for the fight against Endeavor and for Dabi working with Hawks and all that. So we got hints at that, but I think now we're probably going to jump back to the present time, probably see the students a bit. But we could see more villain stuff, who knows, because there's all the stuff with Giran going on and the new group carrying on Destro's will, so we'll see what happens. But either way, let's get into reading. So we have 223 Cockroach, and it says mid-December. Okay, so that is like present time probably, because we know that they're into winter now. What's become of Shigaraki after he left the doctor's side? Okay, so now we see him. He's sliding backwards. Weak. And he gets... it looks like he gets taken in half by Gigantomachia. That can't be right. I'm assuming he didn't get straight murdered. Oh, it was probably a Twice clone. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. Once we get you in the air, and Twice jumps in as well. You're full of openings. Now we have Twice compress. They're all attacking. Weak. Alright. And then he opens his hand, and they all fly out backwards. I wonder if that's just because he's so strong, or if that's another like part of the quirks that he has, since he has multiple quirks in a body. And we see Spinner and Toga watching on from a distance. The future king looks like he's in trouble, says Toga. Same as always then. In order to earn Dr. Ujiko's full cooperation, we were tasked with subduing the hulking Gigantomachia, but more than a month and a half has passed since then, and Gigantomachia is yet to acknowledge Shigaraki. For 48 hours and 44 minutes straight, this lug will keep on attacking us without a moment's rest, and after that he'll sleep for just 3 hours before resuming his attack. His body grows larger during battle, and no matter where Shigaraki tries to hide, Gigantomachia will always find him. According to him, his nose and ears are really sharp. Even if you attack him in his sleep, he reacts immediately and goes back on the assault. Okay, so it's interesting how this has like really been a villain training arc. This has been the situation for the last month and a half. Shigaraki's barely slept, but despite his life hanging in the balance in the hands of this beast, for some reason Shigaraki's still smiling. And then there's us. Since Gigantomachia's only targets his master's successor, he won't chase us very far, even when we retreat. So we're taking turns and resting periodically while working hard at subjugating that giant. Alright. We did receive a minimal amount of funding from the doctor, but as expected, he has yet to offer us his full support. And yet, with that small amount of money we had, Toga went and bought herself a duffel coat. It's warm. Okay, so new outfit for Toga. When you're cold, it dulls your movements, you know? Well, and the A-line is so cute, I love it. You joined because you liked Stain, right? But there isn't even a shadow of Stain left in the league, so why are you still here? I love Stainy. I love Izuku too, and I love Ochako. All I want is to become all the things that I love. And she's just smiling. Toga is great. Talk about free spirit, says Spinner, putting on the mask. He's finally asleep, says Compress, coming back with the others. When the hell does that monster find the time to eat? You're still alive, Tomura. Yeah, and that bastard's starting to get slow. I can tell we're getting closer compared to when we started. I'll make that damn gorilla kiss my feet even if it kills me. That gaze, it looks like that of a young boy chasing his dreams. I love how we're seeing all this through Spinner's eyes pretty much. And I wonder what Spinner's conclusion at the end of this will be. Now we have Twice's phone ringing. It's from Giran. After I called him so many times and didn't get through, now he's calling you, says Compress. And where'd you pull that phone out from? Ask him ask him if this thing is insured, and his arm's all busted. Giran was still worried about me even after he introduced me to the League. He's a real good guy, says Twice. Hey, asshole. He answers the phone. Hey, asshole. Why didn't you answer Mr. Compress's phone calls? You're the worst kind of guy, you know that? It's actually our fault. He did nothing wrong. Are you Jin Bubaigawara, villain named Twice? I'm just gonna say Bubaigawara Jin, because that's so much easier. You are Bubaigawara Jin, villain named Twice, correct? Is he using a voice changer? Who are you? What have you done to Giran? Are you able to check the news at the moment? If so, I'd love for you to take a look. And then Compress pulls out his phone. Breaking news. Following yesterday's events, more fingers have been found. Fingers? 3 days ago, in front of the villainous Yakuza organization Shie Hasaikai's boss's residence, a middle finger was found. Man, they legitimately just left them the middle finger. Following this, at Hosushi Terminal, a pointer finger. And yesterday, on the Central Expressway, which was the site of the escort vehicle attack incident, a ring finger. Oh, so they're leaving all these fingers with pieces of Giran's outfit at places where the League had been. On Ground Zero, in Kamina Ward, a thumb. And just now, in the center of Fukuoka, which was recently the host of Endeavor's fierce battle, still fresh in everyone's mind, a pinky finger was found. I love seeing these places from all of the villain attacks we've seen before. That's crazy. And the Ground Zero of Kamina Ward is now kind of rebuilt into this park with a statue of All Might in it. Man, that's really cool. Authorities believe that the fingers belong to the same person. Furthermore, various clothing items that are thought to be the victim's belongings, such as a scarf and sunglasses, were also left behind at each scene. And police are theorizing that this was an organized crime meant to make some sort of statement. Those were all the places where we appeared, says Compress. Pleased to make your acquaintance, League of Villains. I am the leader of the Superpower Liberation Army, re-destro. Okay, at least we have a name to call this guy by. First the Yakuza, now the Liberation Army. What is this, some sort of retro boom? Your books have been selling pretty well recently, right? Don't get carried away with a little passing fad. Haha, someone's in the know, but I'm afraid you were wrong. We're the ones who started the fad. You sure sound like you're in a good mood. Where's Giran? What's your objective? He's a really good guy, you know. This Twice. He's right here with me, alive of course. My objective is the liberation of superpowers. We will destroy the status quo and rebuild this world into a place where people are free to exert 100% of their innate abilities, as they should be. So, what reason do we have to go against them? Says Compress. Are we gonna lend our names like we did with the Yakuza? Says Toga. Let our broker go and call back later. I'm busy right now, says Shigaraki. I'll hear what you and your little revolution club have to say after I take care of my own business. I don't think we're in any position to make fun of them, says Compress. I like Compress's mask design. I also like how it changes all the time. Well, you seem to be taking a break, so just hear me out. First things first, no, we won't release him. He's a hostage after all. I've heard that you all have a strong bond, and his determination is truly praiseworthy. I can tell he's a true professional. He's clearly survived all this time by lurking in the darkness, ever vigilant to the watchful eyes of the police and heroes. That's why we fell behind in our pursuit of him through the very same darkness. I do applaud him for perfectly erasing his client list. And, even as he lost one finger at a time, not only did he not leak any information, he didn't even make a sound. Man, really hyping up Giran for me. Hold on, are we gonna learn about the new villains? Hold on, I'm trying not to look ahead. I'm finally finished restoring client data. Those completely erased. I applaud his futile resistance, but we Liberation soldiers have prepared tirelessly for the coming days, for generations. Okay? We endured, and endured some more. We slowly spread our roots and prepared. Major IT company Feel-Good Inc. director and board member, Tomoyasu Chikazoku. Okay? Heartseeker, political party leader, Koku Hanabata. Over 100,000 copies in print. Okay? Shueisha. Okay. We have Shueisha and Feel Good Inc. What is this? Shueisha Executive Director. Okay, hold on. Translator's note, the Shueisha is a parody of the actual Shueisha. The publishers of Jump. It's spelled with different kanji here. Okay. Shueisha Executive Director, Chitose Kizuki. Revolution Club. I truly despise such jokes. Okay. Support Company Detnerat, President and CEO, Rikiya Yotsubashi. I really like this new group of villains. 116,516 soldiers are already lying in wait, ready to rise to action at a moment's notice. I don't like self-deprecating humor one bit, League of Villains. That's crazy. The Villain Liberation Army is a cool... I love bringing in an arc villain group. He must be bluffing, says Spinner. Niigata, I see. You're really hiding deep in the mountains, aren't you? Oh, they must have his phone's location, because Twice tosses his phone. Too late. We've already locked onto your position with satellite cameras. No matter where you run, we'll always know your location, you infamous League of Villains. And I love the idea behind it that this group, the Liberation Army, since their defeat, sort of, and they're going underground, they have members who have infiltrated, like, the big publishing companies in order to push their book, or infiltrated the political spectrum, infiltrated this big IT company, and now the largest, well, I guess, trying to become the largest producer of hero outfits. So they've basically not just been like, oh, we're villains, we're going to destroy the police and government and all that and take over the country. They have sort of taken over from the shadows. So I really, really like the concept for this new group. Alright. Endeavor, Hawks, Edshot, Miruko, Crust. The moment we tip them off, the heroes will deploy all their forces and surround you. How kind of you to give us advance notice. What do you want? The leader of the revolution must be Destro and no other. I'm afraid you kids have gotten a bit too famous for your own good. We'll crush you with our own hands. Your deaths will be the harbinger of the Liberation Army's second coming. Okay, so I guess they're going to destroy them themselves to make themselves seem like the good guys then? And those fingers represent our pledge. There's no need to go through the hassle of bargaining. Let us both unleash our superpowers and fight. Right away, you are to come to Deika City in Aichi. If you do, we'll release Giran. The choice is yours to make, Tomura Shigaraki. Declaration of war. Will you fight us and perish, or get captured by the heroes and be wiped off the map? I really, really like the concept behind this, that the League of Villains has to be the heroes here. They either have to have a superpower fight and, like, sort of establish themselves as villains by defeating the Liberation Army, or the Liberation Army's plan is really good because either they turn them in and they're captured by heroes, in which case they lose. So their best choice, their only choice, is to show up and gamble fighting. And in their gamble of fighting, re-destro has to be sure they'll win, because if they win, then they become the heroes as the Liberation Army. And if they lose, of course, the League of Villains, like, that's kind of the way this has to go, you know. But I wonder how it'll, like, play out with heroes, because you know it's not going to just be the League of Villains against the Liberation Army. Like, in some sort of way, the heroes have to get involved. So I wonder if they'll side with the villains temporarily, like a temporary alliance, or if we'll have some sort of three-way fight. Either way, incredibly excited. That was a really good chapter. I love the concept behind the new group. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter and what you thought of my first thoughts and reaction to it. Subscribe for more. Boku no Hero Academia, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or I can talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there about this series or anything else, then just ask and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.